are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Houston Texans. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the game's first. Terrific.
5 sacks last week. Keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receivers. Right.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Oh, wide open, complete. A big play there for the Dolphins.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The thing that they'll be looking at is the spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. There's Fuller for a Dolphin touchdown. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. A beautiful fake. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And now here's a carry heading left. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Watson steps away to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
That's taken it around the 40. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. Room here to run. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there on the catch and run. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it, and I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Now it's Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And his Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And he's got room. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Jackson from the shotgun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Hassan Reddick able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. These two teams all tied after one. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Jackson now. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields this way up at the 17. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And now here's a carry heading left. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taken in at the 11. And now the rookie's free. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. That's a punt return of 89 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff as they run left side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
The Texans send the punter out. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Play action. It's Jackson. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
From the gun, Jackson.
A check down here for Henry.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown! A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fields this way up at the 17.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
So problems can... And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Watson. He completes this to Russell Gage. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, it's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Again, it's Watson. He sets to fire deep.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Watson. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Auden Tate as the first half is winding down.
And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play there for the Dolphins.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And for Jackson, this may be a free play. He'll buy some time right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And the first half, just like the end of the game, can't end with a defensive penalty. They'll have another play.
One more play, untimed. See what happens here.
A final shot before break. Jackson. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. John Ross, as time expires in the first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Sanders now to kick this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. To throw is Watson. Flush to his right. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
On first down, Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Jackson. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
But give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Touchdown, Dolphins! A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right, because this team felt like they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything that went wrong in game 1, they took care of business with it in game 2.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the